All right, so y'all wanted some interesting content. We got everything packed up. We got Liam back here. Got a bag of chips and whatnot. So we are headed right now to Virginia. I didn't get an exact address, but it's basically down 81. So we got to go do a mobile repair on one of the drivers. I'll show you the situation when we get there. But I believe it's about 2 hours down, if I remember correctly. But you guys wanted this interesting content, so here you go. We're gonna GPS this 7-Eleven. Call it about 2 hours and 10 minutes. We're going on 81 South, if that would load. So right about there. So he should be somewhere in this area here. So we're gonna call it, and let's get down there. And let's get down there to Virginia. Figure I will give you guys some updates. We're about 25 minutes away. Jamming out to some Upchurch, celebrating his new album, Let Out. Actually really good album. So here's where we are at. We are on 81, mile marker something. I don't even remember. I couldn't see it. We've been driving for about an hour and 15 minutes. 286. We've actually been driving for 115 minutes, sorry. So almost 2 hours, 128 miles. This says about 28 minutes, or 23 minutes, but we GPS'd the exit down, so I'm not sure where exactly he's at, but it is going to be about a 6.5 hour round trip. 2 hours and 20 minutes. They're about 2 hours and 15 minutes down, 2 hours 15 minutes back, and then probably 2 hours working on the thing, trying to get the thing up and going. And yeah, we're gonna get him back on the road tonight so he can drive, because he's got about 8 hours till his next pickup. So we have all the parts over there ready to go. Liam's sleeping in the back, and I will update you guys as soon as we get there. I think I have found my guy. So I'm gonna get my flashers on. Pretty sure this is him here. We get pulled off. This is actually a pretty decent spot. He's got a nice little pull off here. I'm gonna check, make sure this is him. If it is, I'm gonna pull around and try to face the front of my truck towards his. Isn't like, I guess it's not the best spot, but it's not like the worst either. But I'm gonna get the shirt on because I am not in proper attire. Let's get rid of all that. Close all that. But we're here. We have a hub, a wheel, missing lug nut. Oh yeah, that slid pretty good. He's in there, he's probably sleeping. Goodness. ABS sensor took the hit. Nice. Looks like it sheared the bolt off. I'll try to see if I have an extra one of them. Yeah, I'll have to see what I can do there. Thank you to Auxbeam for sending me this nice light bar. I need to get one for the back. It is raining, but I'm gonna do what I can for the guy, get him back on the road. Probably gonna have to find a caliper bolt if I can. Right, here's where we're at. We're gonna start jacking this thing up. I do have jack stands for it. Truck is in the ditch. Should be good. I'm gonna try to get this thing as high in the air as I can get it safely. Keep checking it because I can't see. But it is a two-wheel drive truck, so makes this job a little easier. Looking now to see if I have any blocks of wood. Doesn't look like I do. Yeah. I think I took all my wood blocks out, so we're just gonna have to use jack stands. I got 2 of them, but you guys will see. Got her nicely and concaved over. Alright, so I'm going to use jack stands, as you guys were requesting. Look at that solid front axle. That's awesome. So, then we got to get this bad boy pulled off, which is going to be kind of a pain in the ass, but we'll make do. And I also got to get this caliper bracket off and any and all of the wiring. All right, this is where the jack stand comes in, because if anything happens, you know, I'm getting crushed. But there we go. Should be able to pull that off. Sketchy. Yeah. I don't like being under there because that right there is just like the Crusher 9000. And then it looks like it plugs in right there. 24 mil wrench. Got this guy loose. Not very nicely, but we got him. Oh, that's 23. So get that out of there. And then we're gonna get the wheel turned at some point so that we can get in there. Just wanted to get this bracket off first. You can see, broke it right in half. It's gonna need a knuckle at some point. But we got one bolt. I gotta figure out where the other one went and if it's salvageable. But judging by that, I don't think it's gonna be. So Dodges are great and all with their electronic savings, but like, here, let me hit the light. It's just one of those, it does kind of get annoying that you need the light and it shuts off. I need to grab me a breaker bar. Nothing beats an old torque wrench. Yes, I'm using an old torque wrench. We do not use this for torquing anymore. This thing is junk. But I need to get this last bolt here, right here. This is the last one we need to get out. So I'm gonna try to break her free and get her out. Well, turns out it came right out. That's the back side. So I guess I don't really need to do much. I'm gonna get this whole thing cleaned out. Maybe throw some anti-seize in there and start throwing the new one in. Oh my God, 22 by 12s don't do good in the mud. All these idiots saying you need big tires and small wheels. No, you don't. Look at Liam over here. He's just passed out. I'm gonna grab my drill. You passed out there, buddy? He wanted to come with the road trip. Here, I'm gonna close it. You can go back to bed. I just need to grab, we're gonna get that surface cleaned out and whatnot. Look at that nice step. So I am a couple of these. We'll take both of those and we'll start sanding away. You know what? I'm gonna grab a Scotch-Brite too, and I'm gonna grab me an anti-seize. What's your opinion? Am I an idiot for using this anti-seize, or is this a good idea? All right, how does that look? How did I do? I missed a spot. Let me get in there. I want to make sure I get her pretty clean. Throw some anti-seize in there. And color good. All right, there we go. We got her in, all torqued and everything. So now we just got to run this bad boy. And I did recommend, I told him he is going to have to replace this knuckle at some point. You can see just how bad that is. I'm going to try to clean it up with the grinder and, you know, salvage it for now. But I told him definitely going to need to get this done sometime in the future. You can see there's the bolt. See how that looks like that? That's how it's supposed to look. That's not how it's supposed to look, and that's really not how it's supposed to look. So I'm gonna get this all routed, and then I'm gonna try to clean this up with the grinder, get this all routed, plugged in. The next step. I got this routed. Unfortunately, we don't have the brake caliper hose yet. We got everything rounded up. I just need to go get some brake clean the new rotor off. Funny enough, the wheel bearings for the 2-wheel and the 4-wheel drives are the same. You guys will see there's no spindle in that. And yeah, there's no spindle in that, so that's kind of weird. But I was coming over here to grab some, oh yeah, the brake clean. So I gotta grab the brake clean and a rag. All right, we have a nice spinning rotor, and I have gone through and cleaned off all the bullshit with the brake clean. By the way, this stuff sucks. Do not buy it. absolutely terrible. Like, I'm gonna re-clean this just to show you guys, but like, that's the spray pattern there. It's really, really bad. All right, just unbolted the hub from the wheel. Oh, we're not reusing those pads. Oh wow, this one actually has those little clippy thingies. Yeah, look at how molten metal. That's pretty brutal. Not reusing those pads. That bolt's probably the only thing that's okay. Look at that. Slides. So we're gonna throw all this stuff back in the truck. I'm not gonna leave it here. Wheel is pretty trashed. You guys can see right there, right there. We'll see if he wants to do anything with that. But I do need to go and find a bolt like this. I'm hoping that I have one because one is missing. And it's not like it's just gone, it's actually like snapped and disintegrated. So I need to go and find one. That's the only thing we need. And I completely forgot, I need to take this rotor back off and grind that down a little bit. Y'all have no idea how OP it is to keep bolts. So one, this is the factory bolt, right? And I actually had a nut that fit on it. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I know I have a nut, that means I have a bolt somewhere. And then I found this bad boy. And you know, it's a little long, but that's fine because I can cut that down a little bit, throw a washer on there, and we're good to go. So now I just need to go through here and you know, find a washer big enough. But besides that, like, dude, I'm telling you guys, keeping old bolts is like super overpowered. Like, I even got a spare crank sensor in here. I don't know that I have a washer for that size, but you know, I'm gonna take my luck where it is. Well, gotta wake Liam up again. I'm sleeping. My boy's probably not the comfortablest, but he did want to come with and whatnot, so figure I'd give him the chance to do that. We will grab the flappy disc and we'll go clean that boy off. I was able to go and find a bolt and a washer, cut it down a little bit. She clears, does not hit. Probably safer than the bottom one, the stock one, because it actually protrudes a little bit. But she's all good there. Now we're gonna get these guys in and we're gonna throw our grease on them because I know how you guys love it. I've only had like a couple of people actually say that I don't know what I'm doing because I use caliper grease. But I had probably 20 people tell me, yep, we all do it. And I don't know, there's been a bunch of guys claiming they've been in the business for like 30, 40 years, 20 years, something like that. And they all use caliper grease and they all grease the calipers. Misinformation. So here's where we are at. We got everything installed. Caliper grease, all that. These pads are kind of weird because they actually have the marker. You can see right there, all 4 pads actually have it. So I'm gonna toss these other 2 with him. The main goal, so you guys can see the caliper hose. We're waiting on that, so we have it ordered. It's right up the road. So it should be here in the morning. So this is good enough to basically, I don't recommend this. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna clamp off this side and then we're gonna get it up the road to the AutoZone where we're gonna install the hose. He's gonna end up doing that in the morning. But this is where we're pretty much at this point. I just need to get a pair of ice grips, block that off, clean up my mess, throw the wheel on, torque it down. We're gonna take all the extra scrap, throw it in the truck, and we shall go from there. All right, so real quick, we are gonna bleed the brakes. This is everything, if you guys can see, all the tools we got. Just a handful, grinder, impact. Make sure she was done right, other than, obviously, we're gonna go get the brake hose and we're gonna bleed the brakes real quick. All right, he's gonna pull out and whatnot. We got the wheels torqued. Cleared his light. There it goes. I want to make sure all's good and that wheel bearing doesn't come off. I don't like that bearing is, they're telling me that a 2-wheel drive and a 4-wheel drive bearing are the same. I don't like that, but I guess it is what it is. On a 4th gen, they don't have the stubby in the center. I'm gonna have to get myself out of this hole now. So 4 low, here we go. All right, y'all said I wasn't gonna get out of it, and I did. Well, I don't think anybody said anything yet, but that's a deep rut. This side mud was, oh yeah, holy shit. I'm gonna have to clean this. She's a wee bit dirty now. Wee bit dirty. But I'm gonna make my turnaround and, oh yeah, look at the windshield. Damn it, I just cleaned this thing. That sucks. My pavement princess is just like, sucks with all the damn mud flinging, you guys. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but I need to clear off all this mud. I'm gonna follow him to the next exit, and we'll go from there. All right, getting us some fuel now. Looks like might be the first time seeing it under $100. It says 105, but we get a discount. Truck is just trashed. All right, bill came out to be $96. So I'm gonna show you guys. I think the other side was the really bad side. Hood. Yeah, this side got freaking splattered. It's fine. We'll get her cleaned up. Leave it in the bed.